I feel like I have a responsibility, and from that, I'm able to achieve great things.
Your, what does, how has being an Orthodox Jew changed your music? What does Orthodox Judaism say about music, and how has that affected it?
I think, there is no absolute rule when it comes to Judaism music. Obviously, you would assume and you would have an expectation that any person would go out and make songs about God and religiosity and different things like that. But I think, because Orthodox Judaism says a lot about the power, we call the koach of music, that music has a certain power that is able to influence a lot of people. I noticed this about myself, that I always have it in my head that I have 3 to 4 minutes to grab somebody's attention. And for that 3 to 4 minutes that person is listening to my music, it's almost as if I own them. I own them for that 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm able to take them on whatever journey that I want to take them on. And so I usually think one of them and myself, if my kid was sitting there and they was listening to it and they had to go on a journey of music, what would I want them listening to? And so I think that's what motivates me to be able to put out music that inspires people.
Does it change the actual style or the rhythm or the meter or the lyrics that you use, your faith?
I don't know. One of the things, there's a famous singer, a Jewish singer who died years ago. Probably he's the Michael Jordan of Jewish music. His name is Shlomo Carlebach. Makes beautiful songs, and he will go around and tour all over the world with a guitar, and he will sing, beautiful melodies to God. That just wasn't what God gave me to do in the world. It just wasn't my talent, my gift. I came from the streets, and I came from, a certain way where people relate and in a certain way that they talk. So when I came into Judaism, I think the main thing that changed was the message. And I think overall, one thing that I have seen shifted was the energy. Right now, I feel like I'm putting out a major fire with the music that I'm able to create. So I think that there's an energy that's changed that from before, like, when you're chasing so many different things and fame in the world and those different things, as opposed to where you realize that there's something inside a person that if you can kindle the flame, that you can bring them to absolute greatness. And I think that that's what comes out now in the music.
What would you say to people who argue that you're not abiding by the traditions of the Jewish faith?
I don't. It's a very good question. What do I say to those people? I think the thing is now we're in a different generation. One of the things that I've seen is I've been able to travel the world, literally the world, and I've been able to speak to a lot of different kids, mainly Jewish youth and also even some other kids. The power that I think that I have and we have as musicians, and especially those of us who do make a more contemporary sound than traditional Jewish music, is that we have the ability to really cause long-lasting inspiration, and it gives people what to inspire from. We make Judaism cool. We make it something tangible. We make them something that they feel like they can relate, and they're not in a shell and in a box anymore. So I think that that's what we're able to contribute that the other people are not. And I think that if people just hold on and hold on to their horses, then they'll be able to see great things come about.
Your conversion process, to convert a full Orthodox conversion, is not an easy thing to go through. So can you just tell us how it works, what you have to do?
One of the things when you convert to Orthodox Judaism, unlike a lot of other religions, Judaism doesn't believe that if you're not Jewish, then you go to hell and you don't have any eternal life. In fact, it's absolutely really the opposite, that you can be from any people in the world, and you can be of any upbringing, any background, and also still have a rightful place in the world to come, just like a Jew can. So that was one of the things that attracted me to Judaism. And so because of that, there are no rush to convert other people. So instead, Judaism actually pushes away the idea of converting other people, because they feel like, once you've come into Judaism and you take on all the commandments and different things that God commanded the Jewish people, then you're more liable to make more mistakes, and we don't want to bring that much more in the world to where if you wasn't Jewish, you can live a perfectly righteous life and do less things than what the Jewish obligation is.
Does it take a long time?
It does take a long time in certain places. For me, it took 2.5 years to convert to Judaism, and I was in Seattle, Washington. where there wasn't an actual official step-by-step process. It just took us really rolling up our sleeves and going to big rabbis to learn with us and to teach us, and it was a fight and a struggle really of us just really, mustering ourselves, not having like a class that's going to teach me the all in all about Judaism, to buy the books that we needed to, and to really push ourselves.